I mean, it's Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. Yo, what's up? Happy Thursday morning to you all. Hope you all had a nice Wednesday night. I had a winning night, so there's something. Didn't exactly make a fortune. I think I picked up about a half unit. And the wins feel like so long ago because I won a couple games this afternoon. I got the over in the Cardinals Angels, which was sweet. And then I got the Seattle Mariners plus money, razor sharp play, just all over it. Then I did lose the Yankees, which was disgusting, man. Yankees. And then I pushed Mavericks -2. I pushed my only NBA bet. So, yeah, made a few dollars. Hopefully we can string together back-to-back green days here. This is going to be a quick one. We got 5 MLB games, and then we got the NIT championship, and we're out. So why don't we get right into it? Baston. On the road in Baltimore. This game starts at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so about 13 hours from now. Trevor, Charlie Morton making a home start against Tanner Houck. In my opinion, this line should not be a pick 'em. Boston should be laying -120, -125 here.
I kind of like the over in this one. Charlie Morton, he's been in Atlanta. Now he's on the, I guess he's technically home, but still kind of like a road start for him where he hasn't been the greatest. And then Tanner Houck went to Texas. He gave up, 4 runs, and his hard hit percentage was 47.5%. To righties, 63.6%. Baltimore today sent out 7 righties and a switch hitter and then Cedric Mullins. So I think Baltimore can score some runs here. And I think Boston can also do the same too. I mean, Devers finally hit. He had a fucking double or RBI. He had 2 hits today, so maybe he's coming out of his funk. Not to mention the wind's going to be blowing out to right center, 14, 15 miles an hour tomorrow. So I think both of these guys on the bump. I think we're going to see some runs in these both these offenses. Should be able to hit and score some runs. So I'm going to fade both these pitchers and take the over 9.
I don't hate the over. It would be Boston or over for me. Toast, what do you think?
I've already played the over at 9, very similar to our over bet this morning. I guarantee you it's over at 9.5 because of the weather, like Trevor mentioned. So like I said, yeah, I've already played that. Really can't add any more. Just the fact that not only do I not really trust Tanner Houck, I think that he had a really good year last year, but I don't think that's the pitcher that we can count on him to be going forward. He also has a terrible, terrible history with this Baltimore lineup as well. He had one good start against them in the last 3 or 4 years. Besides that, he's been absolutely tattooed every time he's seen them. And Charlie Morton is just there to eat innings at this point. So I actually lean Baltimore as the side. I think this price is kind of telling personally. But yeah, I like the over, and I did bet the over already at 9.
Yeah, it is 9.5 now.
It's already 9.5? Jesus. Let me check. Boston. You could still, you can get a 9 at. Oh, you could still get a 9 at -115 on FanDuel. Screw it, I'm going to take it.
That's exactly where I bet it at.
Hold on. This might not be available for long, so I want this now. Baltimore, Boston, 9 -115. I'm in. Let me just share it to the group real quick, even though if Toast bet it, they probably already have it. But I'll share it as well. All right. 1 second. Baseball. 9 -1. Where the heck's FanDuel? There we go.
Oh, no.
Sorry about that. I'm in. Okay. I'm in on the over as well. We sweep the over. Let's go to the next one. Oh, thank you for the someone sent in a super chat, wants to know if Toast is bringing plate coverage back at any point.
I don't know, man. It's a lot of work, and I got a lot of stuff going on. That's the only thing that sucks. I would love to do it. It's just really hard to produce it and get everything ready, or have Sauce produce it. So I'm trying. I'm trying to figure it out.
It was kind of. I mean, the midnight show makes it tough because we're going live twice today. The midnight show could be like something of a replacement because it's a little more open conversation a lot of the times. Rockies, Phillies in Philadelphia. Did the Phillies end up winning that by 2?
Yeah.
So Rockies plus 2.5 would have covered if I bet that. Not quite as an extreme. I mean, how could you take the Phillies at this price?
I was wrong. They won 5-1. They put some runs on late. My bad.
Oh, they must have scored late because it was a 2-run game.
It was like 2-1 in the 7th.
I was gonna say it was 2. I knew it was 2-1 because I had Rockies money line, so I was like praying that they could figure out a way to score.
I love Senzatella. I mean, he's 1-0 this year. This is a seasoned vet. This guy's crafty. Taijuan Walker. So I mean, I don't know how you could lay minus 219 with Taijuan Walker. I think you got to go either over or first 5 over or even Rockies, right?
I don't want to play the over though, just because if Senzatella starts to deal, I mean, I don't really think I was really impressed with what I saw from Philadelphia today. And now going out there tomorrow against Senzatella, who did look good. And again, I'm not trying to make a case that he's some bet-on pitcher every time he goes out there, but not only his first start in Tampa Bay earlier this year, his last 7 starts last year were pretty damn decent as well for the most part. So, I'm just not in a position where I think that Senzatella is out there and going to get absolutely shellacked. So, I mean, I guess you can lean Rockies for me. I don't know if I actually end up betting it or not. I think I'm going to start having a sickness betting these bigger dogs at some point. So, some point I got to stay away. But yeah, it's only Rockies or pass for me. I don't really like the over though. I just feel like 9.5 is a lot for both of these teams that can kind of be stinkers at times.
Trev?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to fade Senzatella. I mean, he did really good versus the Rays. But now you got to go against the Phillies. You know, Trey Turner was back tonight. He had a good night. Phillies have good numbers versus him, but the Rockies, you know, also have some decent numbers versus Taijuan, and it's Taijuan Walker anyway. Wind is blowing out. Like all these games tomorrow, wind is blowing out like double digits, 15 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour. So there's a good possibility we see some runs. And, you know, I might, you know, instead of just backing Colorado to score some runs here, I might just take Philly team total over 5.5. It's like plus 110. It's a bit excessive. I know it's a bit excessive, but you get this Rockies bullpen. You know, the Phillies have just come on late, and they've started to just put on runs on teams. So I think they got a guy who they're 20 of 58 lifetime against, 3 dingers, only 4 strikeouts too. So they make contact or they get walked. They have a 10.5% walk percentage against him. So it would be Phillies team total or the over, but I'm not 100% sure how I want to play this game.
You can say you said plus 110 on that.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. So I don't mind that. I think they could easily score 6 runs here, but they do start slow enough to where they could run out of innings, finish with 4 or 5 potentially is the issue.
I was going to say there's a couple of hitters for Philadelphia that I think that if you just did their total bases and a hit parlay, whether it be Harper, Castellanos, Harper and Castellanos are the 2 guys that have really killed Senzatella. Schwarber has really good numbers against him too, has a double and a home run, but Harper has 2 home runs against him, and Castellanos is 4 for 7 against him with a double, a triple, 3 RBIs and a walk. So for me, I think I'm going to focus on just the Philadelphia hitters and kind of go from there.
All right, let's move on to the next one. And the next one is Hunter Brown on the road against Joe Ryan, Astros Twins. New series starting here. Twins short home favorites. Which one of these severely disappointing teams do you want to back? Both these teams off to very disappointing starts to the season. You could say, hey, this is a good spot for Joe Ryan to get 10 toes down, pitch a good game at home against Astros who can't hit righties, as I'm sure Toast is about to tell you. But at the same time, couldn't you kind of say the same thing for Hunter Brown? This is a good opportunity for him to pitch well as well.
I'm going to put a disclaimer out that there's a good possibility if the Astros lose this game, the Astros are going to turn into my sons for you type of situation. I'm on the Astros tomorrow. There's 2 plays that I really love tomorrow. The Astros are one of them. The other one comes up in 2 games. I've been betting in baseball a long time, and I have a lot of stupid quirks as far as betting is concerned and rules that I have. And one spot that I absolutely love is betting a team after they look like dog shit on a homestand, their first game onto a road trip. And we have a really good spot here with an overvalued Twins team that got done playing St. Louis and the White Sox. You don't get any credit for me for beating the White Sox. And you have Hunter Brown, who I think that he's shown over the last year that he's somebody that we can start to trust, especially because he continues to get better as he ages a little bit. He's coming off a somewhat decent – I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great against the Mets. But I really like the fact that he has a huge revenge factor because he went into Minnesota last year and got his shit pushed in. I think that he comes out here and pitches really, really well tomorrow. Joe Ryan is kind of feast or famine. I'll give him that. But I don't think that he's – I think that the – start that he had in St. Louis looks a lot better than it could have been. He had 5 hits and 1 run, but it easily could have been a lot worse. Not to mention the fact that Joe Ryan has been really pitched terrible against this Houston team in general. So I think Houston has a starting pitching advantage. I think Houston has the bullpen advantage with Hader and them, regardless of how I feel about him. I like the Astros tomorrow at plus money.
Wow, that was surprising. Not necessarily that he bet the Astros, because the Twins look equally as disgusting. The fact that he straight up said he really likes it. That's crazy.
I know, dude.
Trev, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'm a big Hunter Brown guy. I really like Hunter Brown. But it would be Houston money line or nothing. But the problem is this offense is putrid, but the Twins offense is equally as putrid. So, and I don't want to bet an under because the wind's blowing out freaking 12 miles an hour. So that's just asking for a freaking 8-3 game or something. So it'd be Houston money line. I don't mind Hunter Brown over outs. I don't see him listed. But he was a road warrior last year. He was going 6 innings almost every game on the road, especially after March and April. So maybe it's a little early in the season. But he was a road warrior. Twins can't hit. The weather scares me a little bit, but I do like Houston and Hunter Brown over outs potentially.
So hold on. I got a question for Cybert, who's in the chat saying he's taking the Twins. He said, I would not bet the Astros with someone else's money right now. What about the Twins is any different? They have the same record, and the Twins' only 2 wins were against the White Sox. I don't. The Twins are 2-4 with 2 wins against the White Sox. At least the Astros beat the Mets. Look. Yeah. I'm with you. I just don't understand what you just did doesn't apply to the Twins as well.
Not to mention the Giants are a lot better than people give them credit for. Again, I'm not trying to make excuses for Houston, but if you're going to play that type of game, we can.
I'm not betting the Astros, but I'm not betting the Twins. I can't even put a logo up. Honestly, I wouldn't even know. And then the total's all the way down to 7. Maybe consider an under. Trevor's talking about
it's at 7 because it's going to be like 35 degrees in Minnesota tomorrow. So that's why.
Did you see there's a 5-way tie in the AL Central too? Everybody's 2-4.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, just give him the fucking credit card. God damn it. There's a goddamn washcloth.
Oh, I was going to guess sock since you had kids.
So stupid. Unbelievable.
Toast is broadcasting from his son's room because they're doing plumbing work in his basement where he broadcasts. Diamondbacks in Yankee Stadium. Wow.
Dude, Zach Gallen with the game of his life. Congratulations.
No, I don't even want. No, I'm not. I don't want to give Zach Gallen the credit. The Yankees suck.
No, he pitched really good. He had like 15 strikeouts, not 15, but he had a lot.
You know what's crazy is Rodon got off such a shaky start, and then the Diamondbacks didn't do shit the rest of the game. That pisses me off.
Me too. I feel you.
So yeah, the Yankees were my only loss tonight. Actually, I pushed. I had a loss and a push. This is my only loss. Yankees, the -126. I kind of want to bet the Yankees again, but I'll put Yankees up because that's the way I go. I mean, Carrasco always pitches better in the second half of the frames. That dates back to multiple years. I think that dates back to his days in Cleveland. I know with the Mets, Carrasco was actually pretty effective at times at home, and this is when he was terrible with the Mets, but at home he was able to pitch. So, but not even that. I think Merrill Kelly could really get sparked up here in Yankee Stadium. He's a guy who's better at home as well. I think after yesterday, maybe evens out the market a little bit. Maybe Yankees not quite as much of a very public pick here at the -110. Trev, what do you think here?
I kind of think this is a pick 'em for a reason. I kind of like Arizona. Carlos Carrasco's pretty ass too. Both these guys have good numbers versus the other lineup, so it is what it is. But wind's blowing out big time. Arizona can hit. I know they didn't do anything after the second inning today, but they still jumped on them, and the pitching was really solid. That bullpen's really good. Puck did go tonight, so he won't be available tomorrow. I like Arizona money line or something really gross, like a first 5 under, 5.5. But the wind is disgusting. I really don't want to tempt or bother with that because I could see this, scoring runs. But I think both pitchers will pitch pretty well. It's just the weather that really scares me. So I'll take Arizona money line. I like what their bats are doing. I know the Yankees are using those corked up bats, scoring runs. But good pitching showed up tonight, and then Peralta also. Great pitcher opening day. They scored 4 runs or something like that, 5 maybe throughout the whole game.
They scored them all in the first 15 minutes of the game, and then didn't do shit. They had 3 hits tonight, Trevor.
I watched. I know I watched. And if it wasn't for Volpe using it, okay, that's another thing. We're gonna say there's not corked bats and Volpe's hitting a home run every game. Come on, you got it.
I don't know if you're familiar with Yankee Stadium. It doesn't take much.
I'm aware. He's hitting home runs every game.
No, not only does it not take much, but specifically, did you see his first home run? That is not even close to out in any ballpark. Like that was. Yeah,
I can have Savannah. It'll be 1 out of 30, and it's Mickey Mouse Park is the only spot it'll hit a home run.
Do you know that? I don't know if you're familiar, but do you know that the away team is also playing in Yankee Stadium? Right? Like they're not the only ones in there.
I'm aware, but they're not using corked bats like cheers.
Oh my god.
Well, they are.
I'm not going to let this go.
Well, they are.
Some of them are. And almost like 60-70% of the league had these bats in spring training and elected not to use them. So that's on them. So
and teams were using them last year.
Yeah.
But it's the Yankees, so.
We've grasped the concept here, Trevor. You don't like the Yankees.
I kind of like the Yankees tomorrow because I kind of feel the same way as Trevor. Like I feel like it's a pick 'em for a reason, but the other way around. I feel like you're getting Merrill Kelly with the red-hot Arizona Diamondbacks, veteran pitcher on the mound, versus Carlos Carrasco, who's bad. Arizona should be free. Again, Carlos Carrasco was really bad in the second half of last year. His numbers were a little bit better in the first half. But again, I'm not sold on the Arizona offense yet. And the reason I say this, I know they put up a lot of numbers, but a lot of it's a home run thing, which especially in these last couple of games against the Yankees, clutch home runs. I don't know how often you're going to come by those. If they can get off Carlos Carrasco, so be it. But again, I'm just not over the top in love with this Arizona offense like some others are. Just because, again, they're kind of living off the home run. Does Gino Suarez actually play like Eugenio Suarez, or is he good vibes all season long? I don't really know. So most likely going to play on the Yankees, not to mention the fact Arizona bullpen a little bit taxed. Puck gone 2 of the last 3 days. Ryan Thompson went yesterday. Mantiply went yesterday as well. They'll have Justin Martinez and I think Mantiply will be available. But still, I still think the Yankees are going to have a little bit of advantage in the back end of this game as well. But yeah, I don't know if I actually bet it though.
Matt Williams on Twitter says, "Friends don't let friends bet on Cookie Carrasco." Come on, man. I would lean over as well.
Well, I think you're only going to get him for probably because I think the Yankees have the Pirates on deck. So I don't really think they're. I think you're going to see Carrasco a little bit. I think you're going to see that new Hedrick kid a little bit. I think you're going to see Ottavino, Yarborough, Tim Hill, and then we'll see where we're at. I think that you're just going to see a mixed match of Yankee pitchers, to be dead honest with you guys.
Let's go to the last baseball game, and then we'll do the NIT championship, which I'm sure Trevor wants to talk about.
Great game.
great game.
Who's even in it?
Irvine and Chattanooga. What are you laughing, smucking about?
I honestly didn't know. I was just asking. I couldn't tell by the graphics either.
All right, so we have Trevor's going to speak on the Brewers, who he claims are back. Nestor Cortez is on the mound. In case you're just getting into baseball now and missed opening day, you missed something hilarious. Nestor Cortez gave up 3 home runs on the first 3 pitches, not batters. I'm going to say that again. He gave up 3 home runs on the first 3 pitches of the game. He threw 3 pitches, 3 hits, 3 home runs, 3-0 Yankees. So here he is back on the mound at home at Miller or whatever that piece of shit place is called now.
Whoa.
He's got a
Can't let you speak about Miller Park like that.
He's got a 36 ERA, Trevor.
Trevor, the roof is broken and they don't have the money to fix it. What do you mean?
Oh my God.
They're ordering the part. It's coming in. It's coming in. You got to custom make it.
Yo,
Who's the contractor on that place? Walmart?
they're just raping these guys.
Old construction.
Overtime.
They ordered the part. That's what he said that. They ordered the
Dude,
part.
yeah, it's a custom made part. You know, there's very finite amount of people that are certified and qualified to make said part.
Trevor, do you think that would happen at Yankee Stadium in the Bronx?
No, because they just be like, fuck it, just make the outfield closer to the home plate so we can hit more home runs.
No, it's because people over here in the Northeast have respect, is why.
Hey, our roof opens, all right.
I was going to say they also don't have retractable roof technology, so they don't even know where to begin.
I can assure you, if they did, they wouldn't have to order the part. If that shit broke, it would be fixed by tomorrow. So, Trevor, on the other side, you've got to choose between Nestor Cortez and your boy. For those of you that don't know, Trevor has told us he bets Nick Lodolo to win the Cy Young every year. And
it will happen. All I need is one time in his entire career, and I will be up. Just once. Just win it once. I think Lodolo, I'll start with Lodolo. I think he's going to have a great game. Brewers cannot hit lefties. We saw what Reagan's did today, 11 strikeouts or something. In his outing, they couldn't hit. They couldn't get on base. Really, they struggled a little bit. But shout out Jackson Churio. He's back, coming for that MVP. But I think – yeah, keep laughing. It won't be funny when he's strutting across that stage.
He's not even the best Jackson in the National League, let alone MVP. But please go ahead.
Yeah, that is crazy.
He is the best. I kind of like Lodolo here. I like his strikeouts. Brewers strike out a shit ton versus lefties. We can't hit them. Lodolo had, I don't even know how many 1-2 counts last week and just didn't have that put away pitch and didn't get help from the ump. I think tomorrow he'll have a little bit more success. We can't hit lefties. And Cortez, I think he'll be better. Obviously, you cannot be any fucking worse than you were in New York. But Cincinnati really struggles offensively too. This is a game I like the under 7.5. So I can, still have a way for my Brewers to win. But I like Lodolo strikeouts, and I like the under. Also, Ellie always just is good for a stolen base against us. Like he just kills us every single time. So if he gets on base, he's going to steal. So I don't hate a sprinkle on an Ellie base here.
Toast. If I'm being honest, I kind of want to play on the Brewers here.
Do it. See what happens.
I'm asking you what you're doing.
I've already played the Reds. Reds were my first bet of the day. As soon as they lost, I bet the Reds plus 100. Got one minus 105 now. They don't call me a sniper for nothing. So first and foremost, I kind of went down a little bit of a rabbit hole with. What is that?
It's plus 101 now, I see, by the way.
Okay, no, I heard something else. Anyway, we're good. Anyway. Did anybody else hear that, or is it just me?
I'm not in your house.
Did you ingest some mushrooms?
No, dude. Oh, it's an ad thing. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought it was coming in through everybody's. My bad.
It's on your
so I went down a little bit of rabbit hole with Nestor Cortez because I was like, man, has he ever pitched in Milwaukee? I just want to see what his numbers are. He hasn't pitched in Milwaukee. Hasn't had a whole bunch of time in the dome and in any domes either. In his career, 2-7 in a dome with a whip at 1.5. Just really not the place that you want to be with your Nestor Cortez in a dome. That's first and foremost. Trevor mentioned it as well. Brewers can't hit left-handed pitching. And as bad as Cincinnati has been, I don't think they're going to continue to be this bad. On top of the fact their bullpen has been extremely good. I know that they're losing games, but they're losing games like 1-0. Pagan and Santillan went yesterday, but they had the prior 2 days off, maybe even 3 days off. So they should be good to go tomorrow as well. I trust this bullpen. I also think that Milwaukee's in a little bit of a situation with their bullpen with McGill and all that stuff working again today. Not to mention the fact that same situation as we have with Houston. We have a team in Cincinnati that looked like crap in a homestand. Now we're going to be playing them the first time out on the road. This just happens to be Milwaukee against Nestor Cortez, who doesn't know how to pitch in a dome. So Reds at plus chicken, one of my favorite bets, probably my favorite bet of the day.
I disagree. The way I'm looking at it,
Uribe out is going to suck tomorrow because they did go back to back.
The way I'm looking at it, and I'm not saying this is the way you're supposed to look at it. At this point in the season, I think there's just going to be, and maybe I'm repeating myself because you guys have probably heard me talk about this. I feel like there's going to be a lot of overreactions, and the way I'm looking at it is, if we haven't seen shit, if Nestor Cortez didn't pitch opening day in Yankee Stadium, if we haven't seen shit, if this is opening day right here for both teams, what is this line? And I think this number would be Milwaukee minus 132, minus 135. They were projected to win 7 or 8 more games than the Reds. The Reds' win total was at 77.5. The Brewers are like 85.5 or something like that. So
83.
83. Oh, okay. So maybe not quite, but it's a team that was supposed to be 5 or 6 games better at home with a pitching matchup that I think at the beginning of the season would have been perceived to be somewhat close to even. I think this would have been minus 130. So the fact that I can get minus 115, in my opinion, means I'm getting 15 cents of value based on overreactions. We're polling at almost 70% Cincinnati. No one wants to touch Nestor Cortez. I think we're stealing some value on the Brewers side based on overreactions. Again, I'm not saying this is how you should look at it. I was just explaining my logic for picking Milwaukee here. I don't know if I bet it, though.
You know what? I'll ride with you. Let's go.
Is it because what I said was compelling?
No, because I'll have somebody else in my corner for once.
Trevor McGill, Jared Koenig, and Uribe all not going to be available for Milwaukee tomorrow. That's two of your best arms, no question, and like your middle relief.
Weren't you the one saying the Reds can't hit?
Correct.
That's over now. Now the Reds can hit.
I didn't say that. I said the Reds win tomorrow. I love this spot in baseball, and I've been backing this type of spot for years and been very successful. So yes, I do think the Reds win tomorrow. They might win 1-0. I don't know, but they win.
All right, let's move on to the next game. I kind of like that Brewers pick.
You let me know if you bet it. I'll ride with you. Otherwise, I'm going to be on the under and go Dolo straight.
No, please. Why don't you both bet it right now, please? I'd like that.
I'm already on the under, and I'm waiting for
you mean
go
like
Dolo
I
strikeout.
bet Seattle today, like that?
Yeah.
That shit was so lucky. Why in the fuck is Javi Baez getting pinch hit into the goddamn game in the 9th inning? Are you kidding me? How stupid. I don't care what his numbers are against the guy. He's atrocious.
So Trev, this is your moment.
The NIT
NIT
championship.
You're probably the only one on the panel that gives a shit. So
I think he's the only person in the panel that knew who was playing.
No, I know who was playing, but only because I knew I had to set the graphics up for it.
I was gonna say you had to Google it. Yeah. I like Irvine here. Irvine, they've kind of been on a mission. I know they had a tight game against I believe it was UAB in this tournament. They won by 4. I think that was a close one, but Chattanooga doesn't have the size like that. You know, they do have Hunter Huff, and their guards are really damn good. But UC Irvine also has pretty damn good guards also with that, who's that Asian kid? Chi, something like that. He's a dog, dude. He's fucking good. And then you got Bent Loyton downtown or down in the paint, and then the backup, I forget his name, but he's also a bigger dude. But that when he comes in, they tend to play a little bit of smaller ball, which can offset what Chattanooga does a little bit, because Chattanooga doesn't have much size. They do give up a ton. So I think even when Loyton comes out, they'll have another big man down there, and they'll be able to run a little better with them. Irvine should have been in the NCAA tournament. They got screwed. I think they're on a mission here to prove that. And Chattanooga, I've been riding them this entire NIT tournament. I've really liked them. They got great guards. They can shoot. But Irvine's defense, not to mention their size and also their guards and size that they have down low, I think it's going to really give Chattanooga a tough time here. So I like Irvine laying the 3.5, and I'm going to be on it for tomorrow.
Nah. I'm gonna be on the other
It's
side.
a championship, dude. Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking the Mox. Mox up, baby.
I'm gonna go ahead and be on the Mox at plus 45, plus 145. It's a real good matchup for Honor Huff. Jesus, this team shooting over 42% from three. Honor Huff,
Dude, Hunter Huff's a stud, dude. Is he a senior?
Junior. Come on, you don't know
he'll
Mox
hit the
Ball.
portal.
You don't know Mox Ball.
He'll hit the portal. I'm sorry, I don't know what year everybody is.
You
gonna take the Mox toast?
Hell yeah, dude. When's the last time the Mox lost?
Yeah.
What? We get Furman? Besides that, when? The middle of January? This team is hotter than hot right now. Everybody wants to bet on her.
That is actually crazy, Trevor. Did you consider that the Mox haven't lost a game? They've lost one game in like 3 months. Have you considered that?
Irvine's lost to freaking UC San Diego and Riverside.
What about Cal State Northridge? What about Cal State?
Yeah, what about the ass whooping that CSUN put on February 20th?
Northridge was also a good team. Northridge was also a good team.
Oh
the Big
my
West
God,
is better than the
dude.
Big South this year, in my opinion.
Trev, you're not seeing things clearly here. This number should not be 3.5. It should be a pick. Mox. I agree.
Yeah,
I think UC Irvine got their wad against beating North Texas, and now they're going to come out flat against the Mox, and the Mox are going to run all over them. Mox up!
Yeah, let's do it.
Dude, they hung around. They battled that North Texas defense. Now they get to go play a team that really doesn't play much defense and is very undersized. I get Chattanooga's been undersized majority of this tournament. You know, they still find a way to rebound, but Irvine's a different animal. This team is really, really, really freaking good. Should have been in the tournament, even though they did lose to San Diego in the championship. So give me Irvine. I'll see you guys. Who's ever going to bet Irvine tomorrow, I will see you at the window.
The comments seem to agree with Trevor. You got Looney here on the Anteaters. Juice said Tillis is baller for Irvine. I don't know if he gave a pick, though. Oh, no, here he is. He says Anteaters. Who's guarding Luchstein?
Leukten.
Bent
Leukten. What a name, too.
Yeah, just bet the Mox, guys. Trust me on this. I don't know shit. All right. Tomorrow, no morning show. There's only 5 games. We're not going to go through them. But we'll be back tomorrow for the midnight show. Oh, no, we'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m., but not doing baseball. It'll be me, Ski, and Chris doing the – oh, no Chris. It'll just be me and Ski. I'll see if, Vino could come on tomorrow to talk about the NBA because I do have some NBA bets for tomorrow. So 4 p.m., normal time. Everyone see you then. I think I'm going to put out an NBA video later tonight too. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Yeah. Bet responsibly, guys. Talk to you all.
Do you have any open NBA bets?
What's up?
Do you have any open NBA bets?
You want something?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I'm kind of bored.
Can you get?
I gotta spend my Ohtani. I gotta spend my Dodgers live and Ohtani home run money on fan.
I got Memphis. I have Memphis. It's up to 4.5 now. Can you get a Lakers at 1.5? Are any of those left?
Find out. But I just need to know about.
I got Grizzlies minus 3.5. I got Lakers minus 1.5. I also took the Lakers over at 230. Actually dropped a half point.
I'll play Lakers money line minus 120.
There you go.
I'll take that. All right, I'm good. That's all I need for the NBA.
All right.
I can watch the.
See you guys.